Hi, this is Paul. I'm coming back with TTM episode number 40, and I'm going to explain what this little backdrop is in a minute. Uh, but I only have 3 returns. I had 13 for the week. I've already covered the 10 with the Battle of Teams. I like to keep my Battle of Teams videos separate so Chase can just get the whole, the Battle of Teams returns without having to, look at other stuff. I know he likes to look at the other stuff, but I know he's got a lot of work to do. But with all these returns, I needed a binder, and I had a lot of old work stuff put away that was in binders. I said, well, before I go out and buy a binder, let me see, let me go through the stuff that were in boxes in my office, and I came across in one of the, actually on top of one of the boxes was this, and I'm going to take the camera off the stand. Okay, was this commemorative Brooklyn Dodger plate, and it was in my mother-in-law's house. She actually purchased it, and because she was a big Brooklyn Dodger fan, and she became a Met fan when they left. But I guess she never put it out. It was in the original box. It's a commemorative plate, and I'm gonna just put the camera back on the stand, and then I'll show you the back. It says Ebbets Field. And if you want to pause it and read it, that's what it says. But apparently, it's from Remember When Incorporated Fine Collectibles. As you can see, it says a work of art not intended for food use. And apparently, by the name of a gentleman by the name of Mike, and I guess that's his signature, Mike 84. I guess he's the one that painted it. I don't know if he painted in 84 or he was born in 84. But it's number 447 of 5,000. So I'm going to put the camera back on the stand, and then I'm going to turn the plate back around again. So it's going to go up on the wall, and on it is it's a homage to the '55 Brooklyn Dodgers. When the Dodgers could never beat the Yankees in a World Series, they were called the Bums. They finally won in 1955, before my time. But on this plate are all Hall of Famers. Obviously, it's not signed. And even if I had an opportunity to get it signed years ago, the only one that was really around, the last one to be around was Duke Snider. Of course, Jackie Robinson died in 1972, a few weeks after making an appearance to honor the 25th anniversary of his breaking the major leagues. He made that appearance in Cincinnati. Gil Hodges died in spring training in 1972. Pee Wee Reese passed away. Roy Campanella, of course, had that unfortunate accident after the last season the Dodgers played in Brooklyn. He had a car accident, made him paralyzed. And then really the only one that was around the latest was Duke Snider, because I did actually get him in person. But on the left is Roy Campanella, again, all Hall of Famers. Then Pee Wee Reese, then the Duke of Flatbush, Duke Snider, and of course Gil Hodges, who was a great, great player, only got into the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. Why it took him so long was beyond me. And of course, Jackie Robinson, of course, Gil Hodges led the Mets in 1969, so a homage to my Met brethren. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back on the stand. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. It's going to go up on the wall. That's that. I just wanted to show it. So now, just the rest of the video, I'll make this fast. 3 returns. They got a 2-2 in 9 days from Steve Tannen on the 74 Topps and the 75 Topps. Steve Tannen signs everything in ballpoint pen. And this is a shout out to Math Bowler Steven. It's the last of the fuel that you sent me in that Dave Parker trade. So that's everything. All the fuel you sent me has been sent out, signed, returned, put away, or whatever. Well, this would be put away. I purposely waited on Steve Tannen because I knew he signed in ballpoint. But in respect to, it's a signature. So in respect to the hobby, even though I knew it was going to be a ballpark, I went and sent the 2 cards to Steve Tannen anyway. So thank you, Mr. Tannen. The next one is a 101 in 13 days from C.J. Nikowski on this 96 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. I sent right to Truist Park. I always am skeptical sending stuff to Truist Park because chances are it never would come back. But it came back. I also have another item, and I believe it will come back. Tom Goodwin, the first base coach, he has signed through Truist Park, but it's very difficult if you need to send to the Braves in either Truist Park or down in Northport during spring training to get the returns back. I just don't know what it is, but I was fortunate to get it back. C.J. Nikowski is an analyst on FanDuel Sports South. I guess that's what they call it now. It used to be called Bally, and it was called Fox Sports South. And so thank you, Mr. Nikowski. Then the last return is a 2-2 in 77 days from Eric Hansen. He signed a 90 Donruss. Shout out to Brandon Stebbins. And he signed a 92 Fleer. Okay, and then I just want to say one more thing about these rookies coming into the league. It happened with the Giants, New York football first-round draft pick. Hey, first-round draft picks are high draft picks. If you wore a number that's retired by the team that drafted you, you need to let it go. You had no right to, whatever. I can't remember the first-round pick of the Giants. I guess somebody when they put a comment. But how do you get drafted by the Giants in the first round and want number 56, the great Lawrence Taylor? That number's retired. Don't even go there with the retired. It goes for every first round pick. If the number you want's retired, it's because the gentleman that's retired for is in the Hall of Fame. They don't just retire numbers for any Joe Schmo. He wanted number 11. Well, that's retired for Phil Simms. Phil Simms is in the Hall of Fame, but Phil Simms is in the Giants Hall of Fame or Ring of Honor. Guys, and again, don't ask for numbers that are retired. You're not going to get them. The only case I ever saw, and only because it was Jerry Rice, was, and actually Phil Simms was willing to give up the number, but his family, I believe, led by Chris Simms, his son, I believe they told him no. I believe Chris Simms and his mother, Phil's wife, told Phil no, not to unretire the number. So, but I saw this a few years ago with Jerry Rice at the end of his career. He went to Seattle, and number 80 was retired for Steve Largent, and actually Steve Largent allowed them to unretire the number. It's not right. Okay, the number's retired; it stays retired. It goes for in any sport, and even my Mets. And I'm gonna hang up now, or leave the video or end the video. Okay. Ed Kranepool, okay, a Met for 18 seasons who passed away last year. Everybody knows the ordeal I had getting the ticket stub back. Okay, Ed Kranepool wore the number 7. He was a great Met. Maybe his baseball card didn't show great stats, but he was a great Met. And, he wore the number 7, and then he retired. Several other people wore number 7. I believe John Gibbons, the Met bench coach, when he played for the Mets, wore number 7 for the short time. But then Jose Reyes got the number 7. And then after he left the Mets, I believe Travis d'Arnaud wore it. And then when he came back to the Mets, Travis d'Arnaud gave the number 7 back to Reyes. I believe the number 7 should be retired by the Mets in honor of Ed Kranepool and Jose Reyes. But somehow this year, when Brett Baty, after he collected his almost $100,000 or almost $1 million SUV that Juan Soto won or whatever it was, gave up the number 22, and he was assigned the number 7. And I can't see the year after Ed Kranepool and they wearing the number 7 patch, why they even gave out that number. I believe, again, that number should be retired by the Mets. Nothing against Brett Beatty. There's other numbers he could have wore. But, excuse me. But I believe that number should be retired. And that's it on that. So that's just my 2 cents. I like to throw 2 cents in on short videos with as far as returns. So other than that, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to everybody later.